of your performance and assessment. Well, thank you so very much.
Yes, yes, please. Yes. The governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, represented by the Lagos State Deputy Governor, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, Your Excellencies, dignitaries, colleagues, and other invited guests, good morning, and permit me to continue on the well-established protocol. My name is Moronke Aziz, and I am an advocate for technical education, particularly for young people between the ages of 15 and 17. As we gather to discuss the futures of skills development, employability, and national growth, permit me to share a simple but powerful metaphor. The image before us tells us an important story. At the top half of the image, we see a flood of young people leaving school. Every year, thousands and thousands of young people leave school without employable skills, without technical competencies, and without clear pathways into work, enterprise, or industry. As you can see, in response, government, institutions, and development partners At the top half of the image, we see a flood of young people leaving school. Every year, thousands and thousands of young people leave school without employable skills, without technical competencies, and without clear pathways into work, enterprise, or industry. In response, governments, institutions, and development partners continue to invest heavily in short-term vocational training programs, entrepreneurship scheme, and other interventions for young people who have already spent years outside the productive pathways. These efforts are important. They are necessary. They are commendable. But the reality is this: no matter how fast we mop up, as you can see, the flood keeps coming. The message is not that vocational training is unnecessary. We will always need vocational training for those who require second chance, additional skills, or opportunities to retrain themselves. However, we must not rely mainly on interventions that come only after the young people have already become unemployed, underskilled, or disconnected from the productive pathways. The lower part of the image presents the alternative: turn off the tap. Turning off the tap means investing early in strong technical education pathways for young people between the age of 15 and 17. It means building more technical colleges, equipping them with modern facilities, strengthening dual education models, deepening industry partnerships, and ensuring that students acquire real practical and industry relevant before they leave school. When young people move directly from technical education into employment, enterprise, apprenticeship, or further training, the flood of unemployment begins to reduce. If we invest early, we reduce the pressure. If we provide relevant technical education at the right stage, we reduce unemployment, wasted potentials, and the need for repetitive, corrective interventions. This is why we must make technical education a respected, attractive, and deliberate pathway. For us in Lagos State, through LASVEB, technical education is not a fallback option. It is a strategic pathway to skills, dignity, employment, entrepreneurship, and national productivity. Our responsibility is to ensure the young people do not leave school empty-handed. They must leave with competence. They must leave with confidence. They must leave with a clear pathway. So, as we reflect on this metaphor, I urge us to remember this simple message. We must continue to mop where necessary, but we must not forget to turn off the tap. Join me as we watch a very brief documentary showing the value of technical education. Thank you very much.
Part of Lagos State, a bustling metropolis where dreams collide with reality, there exists a beacon of hope for the youth. In this vibrant city, full of young minds with the energy of ambition and aspiration, a transformative world of technical and vocational education unfolds, offering a pathway to a brighter future for countless young people.
Let me start by clearing this common misconception that people do have about technical colleges. Some people believe technical college is for children or students whom their parents can't afford a private school or who have poor performance in private school, but they fail to see the bigger picture. Government technical colleges is directed or controlled by a body, Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board. So they fail to see both the vocational and the technical aspect.
LASVEB, established in 2010, has brought bountiful opportunities for countless young individuals seeking alternative pathways to success beyond conventional academic routes. LASVEB's mission is to provide accessible, high-quality technical and vocational education to empower the youth of Lagos with practical skills and knowledge.
Coming to technical college has opened a lot of connections for me, international connections basically. I was opportune to travel to Liberia of recent to share my experience with young adolescent girls. I got to talk to them about comprehensive sexuality education.
I have gone to Japan, which was my last visit. They invited me to see the cutting-edge technologies that are not yet even unveiled to the world.
I'll be able to engage in both international and national projects.
What do they all have in common? They all attended Lagos State Government Technical Colleges. They are bright, confident young people who, after 3 years of studying a technical skill occupation of their choice, have turned their dreams into reality.
Technical colleges, we have 5 of them in Lagos State. Lagos State has put so much effort in making sure that people are being certified. We have an economy of people who are skilled and certified in various fields of their choice, be it engineering, be it craftsmen, certified.
We only find men in engineering section, but I came here because I want to make an impact. I want to show other girls and women out there that we can do this. This school has helped me a lot because physically, it has shown me that I can do anything. Physically, mentally, and technologically. In the nearest future, I see myself as the world's best woman engineer. I know this is one of the process of me achieving my dreams.
Presently, this lab I'm staying is where I learned hydraulics from the first two authorized and certified training for industrial automation. That is due to the fact that I'm a student and a graduate of Government Technical College. I do work as a maintenance technician. That was a year after I graduated from Technical College in the year 2020. But guess what? 2 years later, I was being promoted to be the head of the maintenance technician. To look at the industries that we have around today, they are mostly interested in the skills that you have to offer.
One of my friends was asking me that why is it that I'm not schooling in our school? That why is it that I chose technical college over our school? And I said that, imagine you finishing SS3 and you just want to start learning work. And me, I'm already in technical college. I'm learning, I'm studying, and I'm also doing skills at the same time. Between you and me, who will feel the rate of unemployment? And I said it will be you because I've passed through a lot. Okay, let's for example now, you finish SS3 and you want to start catering job. They will first start for me to say, okay, wash plates, do this, like grade by grade. But me, I've passed through all those processes. I can even teach you how to do shin because I've passed through all those processes. When I came to technical college, I know, yes, I improved. Before, I couldn't make all this chin meat pie and so on. But now my dad is buying the equipment for me. I'm improving. I'm making meat pie, I'm making chin. Now we made shawarma. I didn't know how to make shawarma. I don't know how to eat shawarma. I don't know how to make shawarma. I made shawarma. I made meat pie. I even sell at home. Imagine a small girl like this, for a 14-year-old in Tekon, selling already making money by herself. Well, I will encourage people outside, people that are just maybe finishing JS3, to come to technical college because it helps a lot. It's not by just saying it's based on academics. Those of you that are saying you are not studying in technical college, that they are not teaching you maths, is a lie. We are doing maths, we are doing all subjects here, and we are also offering skills. You will learn something.
I'm the GM operations for Aiden's Garage. I also sit on the board, and basically a vehicle restoring company. I'm particularly thrilled about the products of this technical college. The two gentlemen who work with us, very fine gentlemen. They have the character, they have the skill set, they have the right attitude to work, they are dedicated, they make sacrifices to ensure that the job is executed, to the level which we want it to be. It's just a thrill to know that they're from this technical college. It's very impressive that I would meet during an interview process of over 30 technicians, and I will select these two gentlemen at different times from this institution. That already says a lot about the institution.
My name is Yusuf Farouk Abalaji, supervisor at Auditors Integrated Limited. We employ students from LASVEB. Now, the reason we prefer students from LASVEB is because of their ability to work effectively, and they are very humble. Most of the graduates from LASVEB, they have been very trustworthy.
Our journey with the Lagos State GTCs, I think, started when Ikeja Electric, for one, and went around looking for graduates from the schemes. That's basically people who are qualified with NAPTEP at the minimum. And we took about 300 of them. For us in Ikeja Electric, we have specific needs, and where we can, we try to say, okay, can you help us train your students with to have particular skill sets so they can easily adapt to our needs as a business.
LASVEB is dedicated to helping young people acquire the necessary skills to excel in a job market that is becoming increasingly competitive and constantly changing.
We want to make our technical colleges the destination for employers when it comes to employment. And for those students who choose to become self-employed, we want to make sure that they have sound, sustainable business because of the quality of skills development we gave them. There's a saying that says that the teachers or the instructors, they can only give what they have. And so that means that if they're poorly trained or if we don't develop their skills, they'll only give the little, and it could be a poor quality training. So that's why we are very, very focused on retraining and training of our instructors and our teachers. About 2 years ago, GIZ, a strategic partner and a very, very special partner to us, sent 38 instructors to Germany for 3 weeks to be trained in the different skill areas. And they immersed themselves in that training. And when they came back, they became one of our catalysts for changing the way we work inside all our technical colleges. We are very, very pleased, and we thank all our partners who have been supporting us. Eshe Goni for always being there for us in terms of technical and vocational education. Thank you very much.
In her words, mock when necessary and don't forget to turn off the tap. Let's put our hands once again together for Mrs. Morenke, as is the Executive Secretary, Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board. Okay, so coming up next, I also want us to recognize the presence of the Honorable Minister of Education who walked in, Dr. Maruf Olatunji Alausa. Let's put our hands together for him. Coming up next will be a goodwill message from Mr. Daniel Krul, the Consul General of Germany in Nigeria. Let's put our hands together for him as he comes up.
Please, let's give him another round of applause. Please, to give him honor.
Good morning. This is the Consul General of Germany in Lagos, ably represented by the Consul General of Germany in Lagos. Good morning. Honorable Minister, Your Excellency, Deputy Governor, Commissioner, representative of governmental institutions, agencies, friends of the media, ladies and gentlemen. I think I'm allowed here to speak first and share my welcome message with you, as Germany chairs the TVET Donors Group. And as you can see, this group is quite complex, and that shows that how this importance of TVET development is broadly shared. Now, preaching to you that TVET education is important would be preaching to the converted. So with your kind permission, I will make this speech that was prepared for me available. You will find all the keywords, the buzzwords in there, the call for action, the call for modern, inclusive, demand-driven, industry responsive TVET reform, and so on. But Karin Jansen skillfully outlined the program of this comprehensive and very timely conference, and I think we are all aware that you need time to talk and to take action. So let me be very brief. However, I want to stress, first of all, to commend the national government for the leadership and commitment to demonstrate it in advancing ongoing reforms. And I would also like to commend the Lagos State Government and the Lagos State Technical Vocational Educational Board for their unwavering commitment to host this laudable event here today. Thank you very much for your support, and Germany is very proud to be one of those who have been pushing for this conference in this very important time. You have election coming up, so this is where the concept should be outlined. My second point is that it's, I think, well known that Germany, as all other hosts here, stress the importance of vocational training. We just concluded our next 2-year working program with the government with regard to our development cooperation. And let me use this opportunity to reiterate that we will continue to support approaches that promote demand-driven skills development, employment creation, private sector engagement, and inclusive economic participation. So Germany will continue to support Nigeria on its trajectory to industrialization. Thank you. Now, we would like to encourage all actors, all governmental responsibles to continue with this growing momentum around TVET. From our national experience, I think what we consider key is the inclusion of the private sector. Now, the private sector always listens to that and said, yes, we want to be part of shaping the curriculum. And that is absolutely necessary, and I would encourage all decision makers to make sure that you get really the companies involved in shaping the curriculums. At the same time, it's also on the shoulders of the private sector to support this whole process with providing the necessary places for apprenticeship. And that is sometimes the part of the equation the private sector is not so listening so carefully. So I would encourage you to make sure that both elements are well reflected in your purchase. Now, I think the biggest challenge also in this regard is we are all share this is why we're here. We all share the importance of TVET. But I think the challenge is these days in particular, when it comes to AI and all these other developments, the technological developments, that is very, very challenging. So it's not whether, but what kind of TVET we really need. And I think the little movie just showed the broad spectrum we are looking at when we talk about TVET, you know, from catering to height and technology. It's a broad spectrum. So with this, I wish you all very fruitful deliberation in this very important conference. Thank you very much.
We want to thank you very sincerely, Mr. Daniel Kroll, the Consul General of Germany in Nigeria. We are proud that you are even putting up our own traditional outfit, indicating you are a patriot, as it were. May I respectfully also want to honor a very distinguished lady of distinction, a great partner in the collective interest of our progressivism, in the progression of making technical vocational education more relevant in the scheme of things in Nigeria. Please join me to welcome Ms. Kani Kamizind, Consul General of Switzerland in Nigeria. She deserves a very, very, very resounding applause. Being partners in this collective will is a commitment that is second to none. We welcome you, Ma. Please take the floor.
Thank you very much. Your Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, distinguished Permanent Secretaries, Honorable Commissioner, Head of Government Agencies, all protocol observed, I greet you warmly. The conference comes at a defining moment, not only for Nigeria, but for the global community across the world. Countries are navigating profound transformations driven by technological advancement, demographic shifts, climate change, and involving labor market demands which continue to shape economies and redefine the future of work itself. Allow me to give you some facts how Switzerland became such a strong international player at such a small size of 9 million, where Lagos alone could be filled thrice with Switzerland's population. I see a lot of parallels despite this, where Nigeria can profit from TVET. Switzerland is internationally recognized for having one of the most successful vocational education training systems in the world. TVET plays a major role in our country's economic success, low youth employment, and highly skilled labor force. It also plays an extremely exemplary role why Switzerland in today's world has such a high level of innovation, standard of living, and overall excellent reputation. If you build the foundation well, the rest of the house stands on strong grounds. And of course, our university system with ETH Zurich and EPFL in Lausanne being ranked within globally top 20 universities have also contributed to this strong economic innovative foundation in Switzerland. But considering that around 75 to 80% of my compatriots start their professional lives, their adulthood, with a VET, TVET training speaks for itself. TVET training is not simply an alternative to university education. In Switzerland, it is a respected and valued pathway that prepares young people and adults for successful careers while supporting innovation and economic growth. How one forms its own career post-TVET training or VET training lies fully in the hands of the VET graduates. I am one of those 80%ers that started my career with the TVET program. I am the product of VET. My VET trainings in business administration within the Swiss banking system provided me with my professional foundation that got me standing here today in front of you as the Consul General of Switzerland. One of the key reasons for the success of Swiss vocational education is the dual education system. This system combines classroom learning with practical workforce experience. This combination creates graduates who are job ready, skilled, and adaptable. Employers benefit because they train future employees according to industry needs, while students benefit by earning a salary during their training and gaining real-world experience. TVET is no longer simple and about preparing people for trades or occupation. It is about equipping individuals with competencies, adaptability, innovation mindset, and practical skills required to thrive in dynamic economies. It is about creating a pathway to productivity, sustainable development, and growth. Employers are also key partners in the system, as my colleague has already mentioned before. Thousands of Swiss companies offer apprentice positions every year. Business understand that investing in vocational training is investing in the future workforce. The Swiss government encourages the cooperation through legal frameworks and partnerships with industry association. It is in this spirit of partnership and shared learning that Switzerland continues to support skilled development and youth employment initiatives globally, including here in Nigeria. Through our long-standing development cooperation, Switzerland remains committed to supporting efforts aimed at strengthening employability, promoting inclusive economic participation, advancing entrepreneurships, and fostering sustainable systems for workforce development. We recognize the enormous potential of Nigeria's youthful population and the critical importance of investing in skills that respond in both current and future labor market realities. And this is where here in Nigeria, via the Swiss government and in cooperation under the State Secretariat of Migration, SEM, with local partners such as the two well-known Swiss companies, Nestlé and Bühler, the Embassy of Switzerland in Abuja and the Consulate General of Switzerland here in Lagos promote exactly these pathways adapted to the Nigerian system. Through the partnership, Switzerland has been using flexible funds to support VET programs run by Nestlé since 2011, educating around 200, and Bühler since 2022, educating around 50 apprentices. They have been supporting a comprehensive approach through SKY, the program that is called Skills Development for Youth Employment, and in collaboration with GIZ. I recently attended the graduation of the latest class of Nestlé's in-house TVET training. It was such a pleasure to see those young aspiring professionals being so proud in what they have achieved, and rightly so. All 20 graduates will remain with Nestlé, and Bühler with Nestlé, All 20 graduates will remain with Nestlé, and Bühler also has a training program, and they also remain with them and will be able to have further employment with their companies and further on. Nigeria possesses one of the greatest assets any nation can have, a vibrant, ambitious, and energetic young population. However, unlocking this demographic potential requires deliberate investment in the systems that connect education and training with employment opportunities, enterprise development, innovation, and emerging sectors of the economy. Furthermore, vocational education contributes to social inclusion and economic stability. It offers opportunities for students with different talents and learning styles. It values practical intelligence alongside academic achievements. There remains, though, one big challenge: acceptance by parents that want only the best for their children. A university degree in order for them to have it better. But what does it help the child or the parents of these parents if after obtaining a university degree, he or she cannot find work in his chosen field of profession, and he or she has then to work as a delivery person in order to find some employment? Having gone through a TVET program first could possibly avoid such an outcome. Just saying. The TVET system teaches us an important lesson. Education should not only provide knowledge, but also develop practical skills, confidence and responsibility, and opportunities for lifelong growth, be it in Switzerland or here in Nigeria. In conclusion, vocational education and training is one of the foundations of Switzerland's prosperity and social cohesion. Its long history, practical approach, and the strong government support have created a system that benefits students, employers, society as a whole, and so it also could be here in Nigeria. On behalf of the Swiss government, I reaffirm Switzerland's commitment to continue the commitment of supporting collaborative efforts that promote skills development, youth employment, innovation, and sustainable economic growth in Nigeria. I wish you all a productive and deliberation and a highly successful conference, and thank you very much for your attention.